The following program is a public access production. Comcast is required to provide time on this channel and make it available pursuant to franchise agreements with the communities we serve. Comcast is not affiliated with the following program or the producers of public access programming and is not responsible for the content. The following program does not reflect the opinions of Comcast or its affiliates.
The radio show is about to begin. It might just ring a bell. Live local music with your host Al Weissman. It's In a Nutshell.
Good day, and how in the heck are you? Welcome to the most absolutely current installment of In a Nutshell. We have some particularly interesting guests who will be appearing on today's In a Nutshell. Today we'll be visiting with a group calling itself Classical Blast. Classical Blast is a collection of exceptionally excellent, classically trained musicians who concern themselves with sort of splicing classical music with classic rock into these creations that are truly wonderful. Yeah, it's kind of exciting. We're broadcasting from WXMR 94.3 FM in Marengo, Illinois today.
Woohoo!
And that's kind of cool. They have a beautiful, beautiful studio here in Marengo and the most latest up-to-date equipment that you could possibly ask for, so that's really cool. And I want to say thank you very much for letting us use your facilities today. At this time,
I think you used the facilities in the facilities,
I
didn't
did.
you?
Before the show started, I actually did use the facilities. At this time, I'd like to introduce our guests. I would ask each of the members of Classical Blast to step up to a mic, state your names, the names of the towns in which you presently reside, and a little about yourselves.
My name is Petar, and I currently live in Oak Park, Illinois. I am from Romania, Transylvania to be more specific.
Yikes.
And
I actually have relatives from Transylvania.
Vampire country.
I too have relatives in Transylvania.
You do?
My uncle.
For real?
Whereabouts?
I don't know exactly, but half of my family is Romanian. And my uncle said that they're from Transylvania, so I just really don't know, because they came around the turn of the century, 100 years ago.
Yeah, that's where I grew up.
Cool.
That's where I grew up.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go right ahead.
Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. I think I'll pass it over to our drummer.
I'm David Kelly. I'm from Downers Grove, Illinois.
I live in Oak Park also, not with Petar, fortunately.
Thank God.
Welcome, welcome.
I've been in the music business quite a while.
I currently reside in Cicero. I've been with the band about 3 years now. Was a singer-songwriter, had a couple of albums, and then they whisked me into this, and I couldn't be happier. It's been one heck of a journey, and really excited about our new album, which I know we'll talk about. So, thank you.
My name is Johnny Chaos. Currently I live in Chicago, Illinois. Got into the band through meeting Petar, and I play the violin.
Sure, I usually like to stay behind the stage, off the camera, off the microphones. But Barbara Weigand, I'm, I guess, the woman behind the man, and I'm the band's manager.
Well, you're doing a heck of a job. I gotta tell you.
Thank you.
Woohoo!
Sure, awesome. And Jamie Sandman is our engineer today.
Hello.
This first track we're going to do for you is the title track off of our new CD called Metamorphosis. This is really considered our first original tune. Of course, it's infused with a bit of Ludwig van Beethoven by the means of his 7th Symphony second movement. So we took that and we rocked it up quite a bit, actually, with some lyrics that Barbara Weigand penned. I forget the myth that you based it off of. If you explain that to me.
Roman poet Ovid, which is called Metamorphosis. Most people know it by Pygmalion. It's actually the story of Pygmalion, the sculptor, who created a statue that was so beautiful he fell in love with it and pined away until a goddess brought her to life. We kind of turned it on its head and contemporized it.
Cool.
So, David, you'll hear the lyrics as David sings.
Very cool.
1, 2, 3.
Sometimes I love you, sometimes I hate
'cause I feel love simply alone. And for a false kiss, no one should take this. Trapped in romance, so empty and cold. No story shaping, there's no escaping. 2 feet of clay, and there's so much to know.
Nice. Excellent. Very, very cool. Very cool.
Thank you.
That was Classical Blast doing Metamorphosis off their new album, also called Metamorphosis. You gentlemen visited In a Nutshell last on April 17th of 2014. At that time, you had just come out with a new CD called Classified. And I don't know whether you gentlemen are aware of this, but at In a Nutshell, whenever we have time to fill, as when a guest is late, or if our guests need time to tune their instruments, or sometimes we just have an open hour with nobody scheduled, we play music of our former guests who have been on In a Nutshell. And over the past year and a half, I can't tell you how many times we've played selections off your album. Many, 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 many.
We're honored. Thank you very much.
Hey,
Thank
it's
you.
my pleasure. It's great music. And I can tell you that I can see already that we're going to be playing cuts off of this new album as well, many, many times. And I would say that your manager's earning her keep.
Yeah.
So,
We signed a record deal
Did you?
not too long ago, yeah, with Tugan Cove
cool.
Records.
Great. That's
Yeah,
wonderful.
we're
Congratulations.
very excited about that.
Yeah, great.
And they've been really helping us with getting the music out there, and it's now on Amazon and Spotify and YouTube and
Wonderful.
iTunes.
iTunes, of course. Yeah.
Sure. That's great.
Yeah, I think besides gigs, all we've been doing is working on the music for the next CD, and now that that one's done, we're getting started on the next one also.
Any particularly interesting venues? that you guys
Oh, well,
have
we
been
did
to?
Wrigley Field again. We did
that's
the
cool.
national anthem. I think that was back in May, and
Cool.
which I love telling that story to people. Like, oh, you played Wrigley Field? I said, yeah, twice. I said, oh. Which it's a dream come true not to do it once, but twice. So
Yeah.
that was huge.
He'll remain unnamed. A friend of ours who's a very prominent rocker prides himself because I think he had his second one this year at Wrigley Field. So that is a big deal.
It's
It's
very-
absolutely a big deal.
Right.
Yeah, we're honored that they had us back.
Right. It's been insane now that the album's done. It's like, oh my gosh, what do we do with our time? So like Bill said, we're working on a new CD. It's perfect because it's been busy but worth it. And actually, the way it came together, one of the tunes we'll play later, which we'll explain, just happened to be an accident.
I'm always interested in the creative processes of our guests, and if I'm not snooping, could you maybe give us some detail on that?
Well, the way we did this album is different than the way we did the first one. The first one we had, I think, maybe a week and a half or 2 weeks of time, or a little bit more than that, but we tried to do everything in one sitting. This time, what we did was we took 3 blocks. We focused on 4 songs, 1 block, make sure those were all, squared away. And then I think maybe a month later we did another 4. And then actually, what that allows us to do is it allowed us to think, okay, what do we really want for the other blocks? And it led more time to let the creative juices flow and go, was that really a good idea? Was that not a good idea? Okay, this seems to be better. That seems to mesh well. So I think there was more, even though there was a time frame, it felt like there was more creative freedom this time around, because since we dedicated 1 block to 4 songs, another block to 4 songs, we can really hone whatever 4 we were working on and let those, breathe life into themselves, and then, really make sure that whatever it is that we were contributing was the best choice for the album that we have now.
Also, we put all of our ideas. We're all very, very creative individuals, and so everybody has their own idea. We put them all on the table, and then we pick the best one out of there.
Very cool.
It seems to
Yeah,
work
we
so
didn't
far.
settle for just doing a cover tune with strings.
Sure.
With cello and violin, we said we're gonna come up with a special arrangement, or we're not doing it.
I can see that you guys didn't just do a cover.
Right.
No, we already did that for Classified, and it seemed to do well, but if you're going to do an album, why repeat the same thing? It's like, and actually, I forget, the owner of Toucan Cove Records was kind enough to come out and sit with us. Mick was kind enough to come out and sit with us. And he basically sat there and says, well, you can be any cover band, but what separates you from everybody else? Because you really need to focus on what your mission statement is, per se. And actually, it was what, if I'm not mistaken, it's what Petar wanted in the first place. It was to infuse classical music with classic rock. So we're like, okay, if we're going to do this, let's really do this. And really excited and pleased with what we came up with. It's like, the focus was there, well, most of the time. And we tried to hone it when it wasn't. And it was just magic, I think.
Yeah, all the arrangements were extra unique, and it's not like there's one arranger in the band. I feel like it was a real creative project. Everyone either arranged an entire song or brought their own ideas to the table. And
I want to get into this further, but I would ask you if you could play another tune for us, please.
I suppose.
Okay.
Maybe Will should introduce this one. You did this, sir.
I'm not
All right.
explaining nothing.
Fine.
Bill doesn't want to explain this one, he is the right person, but, so I'll explain it for him. This next song is another original on the album called Beautiful, and it has a kind of cool story. There's actually a video on YouTube that explains the story behind the song, but it came about because Bill and Petar, and even a couple of these other guys, work in hospitals regularly. In fact, they came from working at Lurie Children's Hospital this morning, where they perform for cancer patients.
Oh, nice.
And in the course of doing that, we met a medical student who discovered that Bill used to be in the band Survivor. And so he said, I have to tell you about a patient I know named Chris. And he had a spinal cord injury when he was 16 and thought his life was over. He's quadriplegic today. But the song Eye of the Tiger from Survivor inspired him to go on, and today he's a mentor at Rehabilitation Institute of Chicago. So Bill actually went to meet him, and they've become good friends. And through that meeting and through some of the other patients they work with, Bill was inspired by how these people, despite the fact that they're dealing with something very serious physically, have a very upbeat attitude. So, Beautiful, which is about the duality of pain and wonder in life.
Okay, great.
That's just what I would have said.
Aw.
Well said, Bill.
Madness was about the same moments and sounds of laughter in the midst of pouring rain. Bodies tethered to this place, soul needs neither time or space. Music helps to ease the pain as blackness yields to starry skies. Life is wonder, life is pain. Is it both all the same? There's no
lovely, really gorgeous. Beautiful song, very, very.
Yeah, that's the brainchild of Bill Syniar.
Yes.
That was a nice mood.
You did a heck of a job. That was wonderful. Did you write the lyrics and the music to
I
that?
did not. Barbara Wagon here wrote the lyrics for us.
Oh, it sounds like
Cool.
your manager is kind of
Beautiful.
intimately involved with
She
every
definitely
aspect.
Chief
picks up the
Services
slack,
stuff.
you know. She says that she got the inspiration from me on what to write about, and then she just put it into words.
Oh, cool, very cool.
But nicely done.
Beautiful.
How'd you start the song,
Yeah.
by the way?
Right at the beginning. I sat down at the piano at the house in Galena and just started, throwing my fingers around, and stuff comes up, and then you just go with it.
It's like you took them off your hand and
Yeah,
started.
You just tinker until you find something you like, and then you try to expand on it. And I started thinking about my buddy and the people, and the vibe guided me into pretty much the whole tune right there. Within probably 15 minutes, and then we embellished beyond that. But
Very
You know,
cool.
the funny thing is, it almost didn't make the album, and I remember when he was playing it for us, because I get it. Bill was wanting to capture the right and most excellent mood, but we were listening to even a rough cut. We were down in his basement. No, this has to go on there. Like, it moved me that much. I actually remember jumping up in my seat because this has to go on there. It has to.
I
So
remember that, right?
we were kind of going back and forth about it, and really, there was a lot of pressure to make this work. Obviously, because this is actually first. It's a true original, and it's the first thing we're putting out there. But we were determined because I think we really believed in the music and the message that much. So.
But we also have some serious rock music set up for the next CD that we're writing.
Yeah.
Original stuff?
Very contrary to what you just heard. Yeah,
Wow.
some serious heavy stuff. Cool. We'll see.
Yeah.
If it makes it again, you never know.
Well, I think it's got a good potential. We just have to, pound the pavement.
Blast, and they've been entertaining us with some cuts off their new album, performing live in our studio here today. It's really, really cool. A couple of beautiful songs so far. The first one was called Metamorphosis, off the album called Metamorphosis. And the second one was called Beautiful. The first one the lyrics were by Barbara Wiegand. Who wrote the music to the first one?
Beethoven.
It was strictly Beethoven.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I know about strictly Beethoven. It's his theme that we borrowed,
Okay.
We play with the arrangement a
and
little
then
bit.
we made it into a rock tune.
Okay, and then the second one, Beautiful, was written by Bill Syniar. The music and the words were also by Barbara Wiegand. Very beautiful, very pretty. But if you don't mind my prying a little bit further into your creative processes here, do you find that you actually like Bill said, he got the kernel of the music on it when he was alone in Galena, Illinois. I mean, do each of you do your creative work alone and then get together with the other ones and expound on it from there, or do you ever get together and bounce off each other and come up with something?
Yeah, both, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, speaking for the other guys, I know we all do it individually, but lately we've even been talking about just getting together, but no pre-planned anything, and just let loose right there and see what comes out of us. So, but we've been so busy, we haven't really had time to apply that yet, but that is the plan.
Wow, that sounds like a good plan, because you've got a bunch of creative people here.
I find that the ideas that seem to be the best is something that we all come up individually go, this is really great, I want to show this to you. And then we build upon it. I'm not saying that whatever we bounce around doesn't make it, but maybe the bouncing around works after one person presents an idea and then takes the arrangement and go, what if we did this, and put a twist to it, and then we take it off from there. So I guess I would say it mainly starts individually and then we make it our own. Then the band takes the reins, and then that's why, as Dave said earlier, it's a collective collaboration, it's a creative process with all of us.
I think the first song that we actually wrote was about Jimmy, when we couldn't find him at that video we were doing, and he was outside smoking, remember?
We still have that somewhere. That's
The song was
nice.
called Smoking Outside. It was kind of cool.
Can you say all those words over the airwaves? I'm not sure.
We also send each other text messages with ideas, and then the recipient says, okay, this is terrible, throw it
We do the same thing. We do. My wife and I do. We write up little skits for the show. You know, we send them back and forth on text messages.
Yeah, I hate that.
Right. Exactly. You guys play us another tune, please.
Sure. Well, let's introduce this one.
Crazy?
Okay,
What is
we did something really unusual with this one, and I'll try to make this as brief as I possibly can. Well, everybody knows canon and D, right? So we figured, okay, well, let's write a rock tune with that, and we came up with some original lyrics and whatnot. But at the end of the day, it wasn't quite what we wanted it to be. So we were on the brink of throwing it out. We also wanted to do something with Crazy Train, since everybody knows that big guitar, so everybody loves that tune.
Sure.
And we were going to do something completely different with that. We didn't like that either, and we almost threw it out. And we were sitting at the table, and then Dave Kelly says, "Hey, wait a minute. What if we put these two together? They seem like they would be a good fit." And we're like, "Holy mackerel! This actually works."
But actually, I remember us sitting in the backyard with the guitar and playing these chords and just laughing hysterically. Like, this is, we thought it was a joke. Like, there's no way this could work.
Yeah, we couldn't tell if it was a good idea or not
Yeah.
after playing it.
But here's the funny thing: we go in the basement and do it, and then when I'm singing these lyrics, and Dave just falls into harmony with it. It's like, oh my god! We kept laughing. Like, I think we got this, and it turned out to be a beast of its own. Like Petar said, it's that was the accident I was talking about earlier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because there was like, no, 2 songs. But if you put the 2 together, then all this effort and this turmoil just went away, and there it is.
David Kelly,
Yes.
you studied jazz performance at North Texas. Was it college?
Yes, I did.
You know,
University, whatever.
I've actually heard of North Texas before. Really?
Yeah, I got to study with Ed Sof down there, really great
Nice.
drum teacher, learned a lot from him.
Yeah, we had a young lady on our show maybe 6 or 8 months ago who was looking forward to attending North Texas.
Oh yeah, fantastic program.
Yeah, that's nice. And then you went to California Institute of Arts
True, transferred there.
and further your studies in drum.
I did, got to study with Joe LaBarbera, excellent, another great drummer, played with Bill Evans, excellent educator. Yeah, it was a good time.
Cool,
Really good
very,
time.
very nice. Yeah, how was it to open for Hootie and the Blowfish?
That was a really fun summer. I'd never been to the East Coast before. I was traveling with a country band at the time, and yeah, those guys really welcomed us in, and yeah, we got to hang out with them a bunch. It was a lot of fun.
I bet
Yeah.
that would be a gas.
Yeah, really sweet guys. Love those guys. Darius Rucker. Yeah, wish them all the best of luck.
Very cool, very cool. And Bill Syniar, you actually played, you were part of Survivor?
I was in the band, in and out of the band, well, not in and out, but the band was on and off for about 10 years. But, yeah, I played with them for about 10 years straight or so.
That's cool. Peter, is right around the corner here.
Yeah, I know. Me and him still songwrite together,
Yeah.
and I still do sessions almost weekly over at his house.
Oh, do ya?
Like me and Dave both do now.
He's supposed to have a pretty nice studio over there.
He's got 2 very nice studios now.
Well, he's going to be on WTTW on the 16th of October, along with a lot of other garage bands from Chicago. They're having
Yeah.
a special. Although they're going to film it that day, and then I don't know when they're going to broadcast it, but I didn't know whether you were up on that or not.
He's doing so much, you can't keep track of it.
Oh, yeah, yeah. But I don't know about that purple jacket, though.
And the purple hair.
The purple hair. Yeah. I guess
To
that's
each
what,
his
he
own.
needs the purple jacket to
It
go with the
works on
purple
him
hair.
for some reason.
It works. All right.
He's got the personality to go with it, so it's
Sure.
There you go.
Now, Petar, you worked
Yes,
with Andrea Bocelli.
Yeah, I did.
That's kind of amazing. He only sold 150 million albums worldwide. I mean,
I know.
he must be doing something right. A
Oh,
lot
that,
of things.
most definitely, most definitely. He's an awesome performer.
Do you still get a little check in the mail every month from some of those 150 million albums?
No, unfortunately, sad to say, I was a ringer. I was just a hired gun, so to speak.
Okay, well, all right. There's plenty of room for
But
hired guns in the world.
yeah, we did a lot of these celebrity concerts, all sorts of artists.
That's great. Did you travel with them around different areas of the world? Or?
No, this was in Florida.
In Florida.
Yeah,
Okay, all right.
yeah.
And I also noticed in your biomaterial that you've played with Sting.
Yeah, that was another one of those these ringer works, really.
Yeah,
I used to do a
how
lot
do you
of
get to
these.
play with Sting? I mean, that's kind of a cool thing. You could do a little Roxanne if you want.
I worked for an agency out of Orlando, and
Oh, I
whenever somebody needed a cellist,
I see.
then they would call me.
Oh, that's cool. I see you also have Dennis DeYoung, you've worked with Cheap Trick, Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Yeah.
Never heard of any of them.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, Cheap Trick was very cool. Although I did find it a little odd. He had this 3-necked guitar and he didn't touch it at all during the whole gig. And it sat there, this beautiful piece of guitar.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
great gig nevertheless.
Oh, cool. All right, well, can I ask you gentlemen to play another tune for
Sure.
us?
Sure. This next tune I want to mention, not only on the album, but Barbara White again, not only writing lyrics, doing album artwork, also, Dave, dude. Hold on. Sorry, I gotta get this. Party foul. Yeah, cut them off. We just finished our newest video. It's actually on YouTube now. You can find it through our website and Facebook as well. I think it's like within 3-4 days already, it's like 480 views, which is like awesome. It's been shared quite a bit.
That's pretty cool.
I think the only thing I'll say about it is just in time for Halloween, because it's we definitely took the title Creep and went with it. I have to mention, don't know if this will reach out there, but we play a lot of gigs at Iron Horse and Hog Dogs in Savannah, and we did a majority of this. They have this. It's a biker bar, and in this town they have a chapel above, so they're really kind to let us use the chapel for I think about 80% of the videos.
That was the coolest location we could have possibly found.
Yeah, and
That was awesome.
I gotta mention on air, I am impressed, and I told my fiance this. I'm impressed, Barbara, how fast you threw this together. Because I remember White Room took a while. Like, oh my gosh, she's done. So that was quick.
So that's on the website, right?
Website and Facebook or
And it's
YouTube.
beautiful on the website also? Okay,
Yeah.
So both videos you can see by
Yes.
going to the website.
www.classicalblast.com.
Shameless plug.
I didn't know that.
And,
Very nice. Jimmy Chaos,
Yes.
I envision you as a Suzuki kid at one time in your life. Is that possibly true? Did I miss the mark completely?
No, you're right on with that.
Really?
All right. Woo.
I bet that was cool. The Suzuki is great. Did you stick with it very long?
Yeah, I stuck with it, and I do give private lessons back home, and I teach Suzuki method as well.
Do you?
To my students.
It works, man.
Yeah. Okay.
He's here.
What's that?
He's here.
That's right. And where's back home?
Chicago, I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
But home, I grew up in New Jersey, New York area.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When did you move to Chicago, then, I ask?
About 6 years ago now.
Chicago, Illinois?
Not Chicago, New York.
There's actually, I think there's a Chicago Bay out in California.
Really?
Yeah, a little town.
Fine, prove me wrong.
And, all right, and David Cav, I understand that since your last visit to In a Nutshell, you've become engaged, your marital status is now challenged.
That's one way of looking at it. Yes, that is true.
And when do you expect to change that status?
Less than a month from now, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
October 23rd. So.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
That's very cool.
Thank you.
Wish you nothing but the best of luck.
Thank you. Thank you. I think she needs it more than I do.
Aw.
Put up with me.
What's the lucky lady's name?
Her name is Amanda.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have a bachelor party planned, or we?
I've been trying to plan it. I mean, really, it's more about our gigs, and then my best man, he's a drummer in 2 bands. I found out his gigs and my work, and I don't know. It's almost like, is it gonna happen? Is it not gonna happen? We'll see.
We might have a party.
Monday.
Actually, he was gonna put on a Sunday. I'm like, Sunday? No one's gonna make it. I swear to God, he said, well, I thought all you artistic types have Monday off, so it might have to be a Sunday. It might have to
I
be.
had a week. I had a bachelor week.
You had a bachelor week? There's no way on God's green earth I can do a week. How are we gonna do a week?
I was
that
down
like
with the
last week?
band, and I had a week before I came back, and, oh, don't tell Barb, no.
She probably approved it. What are you talking about?
I gotta tell you something, when we got married, we went to Judge George Rothschild, who since has become deceased. That was 25 years ago, and we went up to his chambers, Delores and I, and he didn't have his usual script with him, you know, for the marriage ceremonies. He said, don't worry about it. He said, I've got it all in my head. So he looks to Delores and he says, "Do you take him to be your lawful wedded husband?" She says, "I do." He says, "Oh, no." He says,
No.
"Do you promise to
Satisfy him and make him
keep
happy."
That's what the
Wow.
And she says, "I do."
He-
And
he-
says, "I
he
now
had to
pronounce you
pledge
man and
nothing.
wife." I didn't have to promise to do anything.
Nice.
I think I've lived up to. I think I've done a little bit better than that, over the years. But it was a very interesting marriage.
So, surprise and hope there is what that sounded like. Wow.
And she's been satisfying me and keeping me happy ever since. So she's definitely been holding.
Do we want to say that on the radio now?
Thank you so much for appearing on In a Nutshell today. We thank you from the bottoms of our heart, David. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, good. Al Weissman here. Our next guests on In a Nutshell hail from McHenry County, Illinois. They call themselves Something About Tuesday. And we're a little bit crowded in here. We're still using the smaller studio. And what I would ask is, why don't we start off with a tune? I mean, because time is a little bit shorter now.
Yeah.
Why don't you just guys go right into a tune, and then we can talk a little bit after that.
Okay, I think we'll start with something simple. We call this one the interlude. We wrote it in a total of about 10 minutes, and it was just kind of a nice little guitar. If it took us forever to write a bass line to it, which was really funny just because it was so simple. But anyway, this is a song about rumors, and it's called the interlude.
Cool. Al Weissman, very cool. I like that. It's called Interlude by Something About Tuesday. You guys wrote that, huh?
Yeah, we wrote will be.
Wait,
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you got to talk into the mic.
We
there.
wrote all of the
Nobody-
songs that we'll be performing today, and we've actually written a total of around 11 songs, 9 of which we feel comfortable playing in front of people, and 6 of which that we have ready for today.
Oh,
So-
okay, cool. Great, great. Well, why don't you just go into another tune?
Yeah, no problem.
Because I really want to hear your music.
Yeah.
Tight space.
Very tight. Where's my tab? Okay. This song is called Dog Paddling.
Alrighty.
Wrong
cool.
one.
Very cool. Do you guys know of a band, or are you familiar with a group called 12th?
No, I don't know who they are.
The Velans out of.
Aaron Veland?
Their sound is similar to yours.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, really cool. You have a great sound, and theirs is similar to your sound.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so let me just, for purposes of identification, so our audience will know what the heck is going on over here. Right now, we are spending some time with a group called Something About Tuesday, and when I'm talking to, the person I'm talking to is Christian Baker, who's previously been on our show before with Half of Cats. And I don't think you really brought the group with you, did you?
No, it was just me and an acoustic guitar that day. I think
Yeah.
I played like 6 or 7 songs,
Yeah.
2 of which were covers.
But at that time, you were either still in Half of Cats, or it was just
Yeah.
about breaking up, or whatever the case may have been.
Well, actually, back then it was just me and David Lind. And later on, we expanded the band to include drummer Steve Allen and bassist Johnny Zai, and a keyboardist and extra guitarist named Cameron Baker, who actually shares no relation to me or John. But we disbanded later. David was, he felt like it was becoming work, and I feel like I might have contributed to that just because this is something that it's my passion in life. I want to do this for the rest of my life. I want to make this something that I can put food on the table with.
You're damn good at it, I'll tell you that.
Thank you. So it's just, it was what it was, and I'm still friends with him, and he's still a great guy and a fantastic musician, and I wish him well.
Okay, cool. Very cool. Now let me just say, am I correct? This is Josh Rogers to my immediate left?
No, that's my younger brother,
Oh,
John Baker.
John Baker, okay. All right. Oh, I'm sorry. John Baker on the drums. Yeah, I'm looking at the bass and I'm pointing to the drums. And, okay, so that's John Baker. You're 19?
Yes, I am.
And you're his brother. And then there's Josh Rogers on the bass.
Yep.
Nice to meet you, Josh.
Good to meet you.
And you're from Woodstock?
That is correct.
And he's into fishing, graphic design, and writing. Then there's Alex Hogue.
That sound probably didn't sound familiar to them. That's an old show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, we're too young, I guess.
It was called The Dating Game.
The dating game. And they come out and introduce each other
know
and
it,
tell
I
all
know
about
it.
themselves, you know. So, Alex Hogue, age 18, native of Woodstock, and his musical roots can be traced back. I'm trying to abbreviate this a little bit so that you guys can have
It
more
was
time to
massive.
play music.
Yeah.
Earliest the musical roots go back as to the age of 4, when he was surrounded by his father's vintage acoustic guitar. Well, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
At the age of 12, his dad gave him an electric and told him, "Get the hell out." No. He taught you the basics of how to play it.
Yeah.
And he then gave you a book of tabs, and an hour later you had figured out a simple little Nirvana song.
Oh,
And the
took
rest
1
is-
hour on my dad's 73 Ibanez Les Paul.
Cool.
Just hammered it out, and the rest is history.
Very, very nice. Musical influences include Grateful Dead, Alkaline Trio, and the Smashing Pumpkins, and he also credits Twin Peaks, Black Flag, Radiohead, and many other bands who've helped to define his unique sound. And his goal is to tell a story with his notes. Well, that's kind of cool.
I hope
Very,
you
very
can hear
nice.
that.
That's just one of the things that we try to really do. I always felt like music was the only way I had to really communicate with a person. I've had a really difficult time in life opening up to one person or another, and the few times that I have, I feel as if I get stabbed in the back. So when I play music, and really when all of us play music, it's how we communicate what we feel to the world, and we can, for once in our lives, feel not judged about it. We can give out real deep thoughts and real experiences, and I can tell somebody about, my worst breakup without them going, "Oh, Christian's talking about this again." So, and it's that, and it's also, we want it to be an expression of, music is the only universal language. That's to my understanding. It's the only way that I feel that somebody from China or from India or from, who knows, even Australia could really communicate to me, just because our words are so different, but music is always something that you can feel. So I want to express that as best as I can with my music, and I hope they do too.
Cool, cool. Well, why don't you do some expressing?
No problem.
What's the next tune going to be?
Do you want to do double standard?
No,
Half-Life.
Yeah.
Alright, this one's called Half-Life.
Should I take the distortion off for this?
Probably.
Okay. able to get a little bit louder that time. It's hard in this tiny room.
Weissman in a nutshell. And that was something about Tuesday doing Half-Life. Who wrote that tune?
I wrote the lyrics and my guitar line. Alex wrote his guitar line. Josh and I wrote the bass line, and John wrote the drums. Really, we share a lot of songwriting credit.
Cool.
Pretty much everything, no, literally everything has some part of somebody's inspiration in it.
Nice, nice. So what inspired you to write that song?
Actually, that song was about my number one relationship in my life. Had a girlfriend of like 4 years, on and off, of course, as tends to be. But one of the main concerns that I had in that relationship, or one of the main concerns she had, is that as I got better at playing music, as I got better at performing, I was also in a lot of plays, and as I got better being an actor, she was worried, and she brought up on numerous occasions in arguments that she was jealous, I guess, in a sense, that I was going to go off and I wasn't going to talk to her. It was just not an okay thing, but I loved this girl so much. And so I was torn apart by my passion and my love. And so that's what I wrote that song about, really just giving me catharsis for that.
Nice.
I think another thing to note with that song
too. Give him the mic so we can.
Yeah, no problem.
Another thing I'd like to note about that song, it was also written on a Tuesday, hence the name. It was really around that time period when we were writing that, when things really just started to fall together for all of us. Like, you could really feel it in the room when we were practicing after we got done with that. We knew we were really going to have something big.
So that, well, you said it was written on a Tuesday, so that's where you get the name of the group?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we were all like, it's something about Tuesday.
Yeah, we wrote a lot on Tuesdays, didn't we?
Was that when you all had off work or something? Or?
No, not really. I mean, he has worked pretty much every day. At the time, I was working at a Pizza Hut. Now I'm unemployed, so if you're out there, employers, no, but seriously.
What kind of work are you looking for? What the heck?
You know, I don't even know. I just want something that allows me to do this and also at the same time afford gas and probably save money, but it is what it is. I just kind of go from job to job in my life. I've never been able to keep something, but I'll get there.
Well, you're consistently playing music.
Yeah, it's hard. It's a passion. It's hard to not wake up and pick this guy up.
So now you guys have just issued a new EP?
We're going to. We've been releasing pretty small recordings where I only have like 2 microphones to work with, so I only get like 2 tracks. So I put all of them on the instrumental track, and I put myself on a vocal track, and then I have to master it that way, which is incredibly time-consuming and very difficult.
Sure.
Once we get some more money or just somebody gives us some studio space, we'll put everything out that we have. It's just a matter of that. We can't do it track by track. We've tried too many times, and as a group, we're just not experienced enough.
So, what is there? There's something in the works now?
Oh yes.
So when is that coming out?
That's a steep proposal, but I'm hoping that within the next 3 to 4 months that we are able to release something that's concrete and we can hand out our CDs and really get out there.
Well, when you do release it, send over a couple of CDs and we'll talk it up and give something away maybe and give you a little promotion on that.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, sure. Why don't you lay another tune on it?
Absolutely. Double standards, guys?
Yep, sounds good.
Alright, this one's called Double Standards.
Alright, go. Very
Thank you.
cool. Very, very cool. Al Weissman in a nutshell. That was Something About Tuesday performing their tune Double Standards. Very, very
Okay, this song's called Hum. We went back and forth on the name a little bit. It's just about how memories fade and how you can liken it to the photographs that you keep.
You guys ready?
I'm not quite. Alright, I'm ready.
Is the window open there?
Yeah, it is. If you want to open the door, the title.
The title of the song is Ohio.
Okay, thanks.
This is actually the first song we wrote
Bless you.
together as a group,
Oh, I thought you
and
sneezed.
we're really proud of it. It's kind of a rougher song. It's sort of out of the genre that we've now skated into, but it's still a really impactful song for me. I still love the lyrics that I wrote, and I still love all of the parts. John's drums really shine on this one.
Hopefully not too loud.
Should we get the grid?
Yeah, we can get a little bit gritty. We just gotta keep ourselves down.
Yeah, well.
Alright. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, that sounds cool. Let's do it.
bad memories of Ohio, I'm sorry to say,
Yeah,
so
it's
maybe you have a
one
good
of our
one.
least favorite states, but, you know, what do you do? Everybody
That's
has
my,
their-
yeah, that's why I wrote the song.
It's his bad memory.
You too, huh? Okay. Sorry, Ohio.
www.facebook.com/.
There we go.
Yeah.
Slash something about Tuesday alternative.
There
No
you go.
spaces, no caps, no nothing. Just something about Tuesday alternative.
And that's where your list of upcoming...
That's where we list all of our events. That's where we posted about this so people could know what we're doing. That's just where pretty much all of our communication is going to come from.
All right. And if somebody wanted to hire your services for a wedding, a bar mitzvah, circumcision, funeral, anything along those lines, are you available for those purposes?
Only for breakup parties.
Only for breakup parties? Okay.
No, we're available. You can definitely contact us. We have a Gmail account. It's something about Tuesday alt, I believe, at gmail.com. I emailed it to you from that one. I'm pretty sure that was the
I don't
address.
have it right in front of me right now. We should be specific so that if they want to contact you, that's...
Yeah, that's really
So
cool.
is it possible to contact you through your Facebook page again?
Yeah, it'd be absolutely possible. If you message us on our Facebook page, I
There
can
you
definitely
go.
get into contact with them.
Okay, so they go there, they like it, and then they'll be able to message with
Yeah.
you? And
We accept all messages incoming, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible.
Okay, cool. And again, that Facebook page is...
www.facebook.com/something about Tuesday alternative.
Okay, very cool, very, very cool. And thank you very, very
Can
much
they
for
sing
coming
a song
around.
while you're announcing, just real lightly, or no?
What's that?
Can they sing a song while you're announcing, just real
Sure,
softly?
absolutely. You guys want to play something? Because I got to read a bunch of junk.
Oh,
here.
we gotta play.
I was gonna say.
Real gentle though, guys, because he's got to be able to be heard too. So, yeah.
Can you hear that?
I'm quiet enough, I think.
Yeah, you're good.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. That's about all the show we have time for today. I want to again thank Gina Marie DeSalvo and Eli Dunning, also known as Reckless Endangerment, for appearing on In a Nutshell today. You guys were truly fun and interesting to talk with. We'll be looking for your current release and looking for your appearances throughout the area. Something about Tuesday. Thank you very much for appearing on In a Nutshell today, including Christian Baker, vocals, guitar, and keyboard, Alex Hogue on guitar, Jeff Baker on drums, and Josh Rogers on bass. We had a really nice time visiting with you. Your musicianship is excellent. Really excellent. Really enjoyable. Good luck to you guys. On the week of September 24th, in the first hour, we're going to spend some quality time with Colin White in the first hour. And we'll be face to face with Classical Blast in the second hour, a group that is a particular favorite of mine. They take classical music, put it together with classic rock tunes, and it's really a blast. And on the last week of October, we're looking to spend some time, actually it's somewhere it's the last week of October, the first week of November, sometime with bassist Eric Charles is going to be bringing his band with him. And the first hour, and Valerie and the second hour. On the second week of October, the time you can find where they are located and the group, they have got a talent here there, and their music is listen to that, some of their talent. And you can listen to some of the other music that's available there. It's all free, there's no charge for it. You can hear some of the best new country in the United States of America. It's really nice. We wish nothing but the best. I want to thank Delores Weissman. Without whose active support and energetic participation, this show wouldn't be half as much fun as it is. And without whose celebrity voice impersonation of Marge Simpson, I don't know what we do.
Thank you, Alan.
And without his videography, we wouldn't have a Comcast show. I want to personally thank you for listening to In a Nutshell today. I hope you've enjoyed the show, found it fun, entertaining, and informative. If you'd like to comment about today's show, or if you have a talent or something to say, or if you have an idea for content for a future broadcast, or if you want to rip us from butthole to earlobe, email me at in.. Which is, kind of like, sends off a fearsome vibe. But they're actually two very, very lovely people, Gina Marie DeSalvo and Eli Dunning.
They're not scary at all, yeah.
I would ask that each of you step up to the mic, state your names respectively, tell us the town in which you presently reside, and tell our audience a little bit about yourselves, each of you.
Hi, I'm Eli Dunning. I'm from Round Lake. I'm currently going to CLC, studying for computer science, and I work across the street at a coffee shop, so it's pretty convenient.
Cool.
And then in my spare time, I do a lot of music.
Yeah, I like your checkerboard guitar, man.
Thank you very much.
Do you ever play games on that thing, or?
No, I haven't gotten around to playing any games.
We totally should though. Oh my god, that'd be awesome.
No, wait a second. Okay, there wasn't a cut there. That was a nice thing to say. Okay, cool. It is kind of interesting. I never saw one like that before. But I didn't mean to interrupt you. Are you done?
Oh yeah, no, that's pretty much it.
I know you're dunning, but
That's
I don't know
me,
if you're done.
in a nutshell.
Okay. All right. Next.
I am Gina Marie, and I also live in Round Lake. I graduated from university last November.
Which university was that?
Robert Morris University.
Nice. Congratulations to you. Very, very cool. And what did you major in, if I may ask?
I majored in culinary arts for my associates, and I got my bachelor's in business management.
Very, very nice.
Whoa.
I just got a new job starting this last Monday, so it's been a crazy, crazy week.
In your field of study?
In my field of study, I am now a cake decorator at Love and Oven.
Nice.
Working 10-hour days, and it's amazing.
10-hour days.
They fly by, you wouldn't believe. I was there at 4 o'clock this morning, and I came straight here.
Oh my goodness.
And it feels like I just woke up.
I know that every time I go to Loving Oven, it's always busy. There's always a line to wait in.
Yeah, I think we did a whole lot of cakes today. It was great. It was so much fun.
They need to put out more free samples. That's all I have to say. They're gone quickly. That line, they just chew through the cookies and stuff that they put out there. So that would be my suggestion. But congratulations on that. That's nice.
Thank you.
Good company to work for, it seems.
Yeah. Oh, it's wonderful. I love it there. I love it so much.
And they also donated some cakes to the radio station at some time or another. So they're friends of the radio
That's wonderful.
Station. Yeah.
Something funny about the guitar, though. The Apollo Affair went to Michigan. We're good friends with Chris and Megan of the Apollo Affair. They went to Michigan about 6 months ago or something like that. And they sent us a picture of a checkerboard ukulele.
Cool.
And said that they were on vacation and it reminded them of us. It was wonderful.
That's nice. See how close-knit the musical community is?
Yeah.
Because I also know that you guys worked on your current album with other members of the musical community, but we're going to get into that in a little while. I don't want to use up all my questions in the first 5 minutes of the show. But they were on our show about a month ago or so, so we'll be talking about London Has Fallen in a little while. So I would ask you folks, if you'd be kind enough to do so, if you could entertain our listening audience with a little, 1 or 2 of your tunes.
Yeah, of course. I'd love to. Do you want to play the single? Or do you want to play Tell Me?
I won't play anything. I would like to make sure that my
This
guitar
is
is
Eli's
completely
tuning
tuned.
song. Hold on.
A tuning song?
Yeah, his
Helps
guitar's
get
a
in
little
tune.
untuned.
We do all of our sound checks on the air, all of our tuning on the air. There's no time to do it, any other time, so what the
Hey,
heck.
that's totally fine. Maybe I can find a story.
What's the name of the song we're going to be doing?
Which one do you want to do?
We'll do the two.
The song we're going to be doing is called Blurred Lines and Goodbyes.
Oh, okay.
And it is the single off of our recent EP.
I think you sent this to me.
I did. I sent you the full production version.
Yeah,
the EP
cool.
is full production, but we're going to be playing it for you acoustic right now, the way it was originally written.
Blurred Lines and
Goodbyes.
Goodbyes.
Blurred Lines and Goodbyes.
And you wrote this song?
Lyrically and vocally, I wrote, and Eli wrote all the music on the full production.
Collaboration. Cool.
Of course, we write all of our songs together.
Nice.
And the drum tracks on the EP were written by Cameron of London Has Fallen.
Really?
Cool.
He worked very closely with us on the album.
Yeah, he said, oops, I was gonna say, he said Eli taught, what's her name again? Alicia a new game.
Yes.
Game
Oh,
that
did
she
they
went
talk
crazy
about
over.
that?
Yeah, he said she turned into like a crack addict for the game.
She turned into a completely different person.
It
Most of the
was
time,
great.
she's just like this very sweet, nice girl, but she turns super competitive.
The monster set comes.
Yeah.
They came up for our EP release show to play with us that night, and Eli and Alicia, when one of us wasn't on stage, spent the entire time playing this game. The whole time of the show. It was great.
The members of London Has Fallen originally were from Peoria, now they're from Rockford.
Yes.
And so when you say that they came up all the way from Rockford.
Yes, to play with us and to support us for that event.
That's nice.
Yeah,
That's
we
nice.
had all of the bands that really affected us in our music career over the last 2 years that we've been doing this.
Yeah,
Just
three-
over 2
3
years.
years.
3 years now?
Because you were on our show 2 years
Yeah.
ago, and at that time you'd already
Wow.
been doing it for a year and a half.
Cool.
Time flies.
Yeah, time flies when you're having fun. We invited the bands that really had an impact on us. So we invited Pancake Riot, The Apollo Affair, and London Has Fallen to come out and play with us that night at the
Couple of
Grace
good
Lake
choices
Oasis.
Pancake Riot, it sounds like you blended your two careers together. The culinary arts and the musical arts.
I mean, why not?
We have to have them on the show. You have to put me in touch with Pancake Riot.
Yeah, of course.
They're
of
definitely
course.
amazing.
Yeah, they're wonderful people. You ready to play the song now?
Yeah,
Alright,
I
this
sure
is-
am.
This is Blurred Lines and Goodbyes.
Okay.
One taste and you're hooked, just a smiling face. Wanna look and I'm torn to a warm embrace. Reel me in with these empty lines. This feeling takes me back to another time. Are we on our way up or falling down? Do I wanna be here or on the ground? Just like a friend, you hold my hand and leave me cold on the other end. With my heart all over the floor. Gotta keep coming back for more when you're a truck burning in my skin, killing me from within, taking me back to a place I've always been. And I'm your escape, breaking it down again, using all that I am like whispers in the wind. Like whispers in the wind, no, no, no. Another name, another face, all blurred lines. But baby, all we have left is goodbye. We're mutually assured destruction, living within dysfunction. It's a temporary fix for loneliness. Another hit and you just can't handle it. I try to take back my history, but you were all that is left of me. With my heart all over the floor. Gotta keep coming back for more. And you're a truck burning into my skin, killing me from within, taking me back to a place I've always been. And I'm your
I think your songwriting abilities, I mean, you always are good at it, but I think there's interesting, little bit more sophistication there.
We definitely grew in our style. When we started with the original guitarist, me and Eli, we wrote more of a
You gotta
pop.
talk right into the mic.
Sorry about that. When we started, it was another guitarist, me and Eli, and we were writing more of a pop sound, something more pop acoustic. And when the other guitarist left, me and Eli sat down and started writing songs. And the sound that came out was no longer pop. It was no longer this overly optimistic acoustic sound.
Okay.
It became more of a dark rock sound, more of a dark acoustic, more from a place of real heart and real emotion, things that we've both lived through, and places that we've both been, dark and bright.
Okay.
And that music kind of comes from that place, from this, I don't know, this deeper place other than just to write music. It comes from a place of sharing ourselves in each and every song.
Oh, it was really nice. That was a good one.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Because I remember I made a note from 2 years ago that you started out as principally an acoustic band doing mostly original tunes with some covers.
Mm-hmm.
And then I recently received a message from Eli stating that you consider yourselves to be an alternative rock combination of country and hard rock roots centralized around heart on your sleeve lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
Which is basically what you're saying there.
Yeah, it's the way our sound has changed has really defined us better as musicians, and it's definitely a place that we see ourselves going a lot further than just a straight original acoustic act.
Oh, that's very nice.
Thank you.
Real nice.
Thank you.
So is that song available as a single now?
Our entire EP is available on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, Google Play. You can listen to it for free on SoundCloud.
Okay.
Is there any other place you can find that right now?
Well, you can listen to it for free as well on Spotify, but just any form of digital media really is.
And
just
on most internet radios.
Look us up and we'll probably be there.
Reckless Endangerment. The EP is entitled Red Ink and Black Hearts.
Very cool. Very, very nice. So now, how many songs are on your new album?
There are 5.
5 tunes, and these are all tunes that you guys wrote?
Yes, they are.
And, well, you're going to be performing more of them as we go through the show.
Yes.
Of course.
Okay. Now this, when you made the EP, it was engineered by Cameron Gorham?
Yes, it was.
So how did that come about?
We met Cameron through Evie Emilio last winter. She heard them and thought of us and was like, Gina, you have to get in contact with them and play a show with them. They're looking for other bands up in this area because they're moving this way, and I think you guys would be a great match. So I set up 2 shows in the same weekend with Cameron and Alicia, and it was one of the most amazing experiences because they are they're great people just to be around and to perform with. And Alicia's voice, oh my God,
Oh, man.
I could
She has
fangirl over her
knock your
voice
socks
every
off.
day.
Yeah, sure.
And
Beautiful voice.
And so we played those 2 shows with them, and we kept in contact. They came out and played my birthday show with us. We did a house show for my birthday this last year, and they came out for that right after they moved up from Rockford. And then I had been in conversations with Cameron for a while about recording our EP and what that would cost, what that would look like for us. And we went in there expecting to record a 6-song acoustic EP, and we walked out with a 5-track EP with 4 songs, full production, fully mastered, and 1 acoustic bonus track. And it was the best experience of my life. We recorded the entire EP in 3 days. 3 days we stayed in Rockford, played a lot of cards, played a lot of that game with Alicia, ate some pizza. The pizza was good.
Yes.
What was the TV show we were watching a lot of?
We were watching Snooki and JWoww.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, that show. And we had a great weekend, but the best thing that happened was in that studio. I didn't know that our music could sound fully, like with what it would sound like with a full band behind it, because I've never heard it. And hearing that, this next one is called Tear Stained Glass. It's actually the song we've written the most recently.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
All right.
Losing this piece of me. We can't relive the past before the memory haunted me. It was just a moment in time, but baby, this time our heart beat enough time. We can never get back what we're looking at through tears in
Oh, very nice.
Thank you,
I like
thank
that.
you.
Good job.
Yeah, that song is my personal favorite on the EP. I don't know about you, but I love that song. It makes me so happy to listen to. It's so weird hearing myself like when I'm driving in my car, but it's great.
That's nice. Very cool. Very, very lovely.
Yeah.
How was Cameron to work with?
Excellent. He was very professional. He told us exactly what he wanted us to do, what we needed to do. As soon as we would finish tracking one thing, he'd just be like, "Okay, again, do it right," and like we just kept going until we got it perfect.
Oh, that's good.
It was
nice to have a
excellent.
friend like that.
Yeah.
He's a wonderful friend.
That's very
That
much
was
so.
great.
Now, over the past couple of years since you've been here last, are there any venues that you folks have played in that may be particularly interesting to hear about?
As always, the Grays Lake Oasis has always treated us real well.
Uh-huh.
They've always invited us out. We met some of our favorite people there. Like, we just asked them if they had an available date for us to do our EP show. And they're just like, for sure, we have this one for you. And we got to invite all our own acts. And they even, like, had some other people play with us, like Elle Morgan, who we've known for a really long time.
Sure, she's been on our show.
Since we first, played we made the Christmas CD with Evie Emilio.
Uh-huh.
And she was part of that all with us. So it's just been great. The Grays Lake Oasis is a great place.
Yeah.
Evie Emilio, the interesting thing about Elle Morgan is that when she was on our show, she played this real gentle solo music. It was just like gorgeous, absolutely stunningly beautiful. And then we had her appear on another time, and it was like this really metal kind of rock.
Yeah, that's Havenway, the band she was in. Yeah, the fact that she can make two completely different sounds is amazing.
Yes.
I mean, they're about as different as you can imagine, those
Yeah.
two sounds.
Yeah, definitely. Another notable venue, when the Apollo Affair released their new EP, Fever, we were invited up to Kenosha to this wonderful brewery where they played their EP release show, and they had us play with them, and this place was just so laid back, and they had the best root beer I've ever had. It was on tap. They make it themselves.
Cool. This is in Milwaukee or Kenosha?
Kenosha,
Okay.
Kenosha, Public Craft Brewing Company. We had a great time playing there. I mean, it was one of the nicest venues we've ever played at. The bartender was also the owner, so he was right there on the ground floor of everything.
That's one of the nice things about going to those craft breweries, because because we don't drink alcohol,
Right.
But we always look for root beer, and usually they've got a wonderful root beer at these kind of places.
Oh yeah, I wasn't drinking that night, and the root beer was just my favorite thing ever. And they gave me free root beer because I was playing. So I got all of the root beer. It was so happy. It's the little things in life.
Nice.
I don't know. Is there anywhere else that was really stood out this last year? This last couple of years? Penny Road.
We played a lot of shows.
Penny Road Pub, you mean?
We played Penny Road Pub. We've played RJ's Eatery. We've played Anastasia's. We've played Casey's Cabin. Is always a great place. We played there in the pouring rain.
Oh no!
It was wonderful. It was a really cool show. I
Did
think
the people stay huddled under the
There were
umbrellas?
still
or?
people that came, like our friends and fans came and supported us anyway, even in the rain.
Oh,
They
my
stood-
They just stood right there.
in the pouring rain at the front of the stage, just there with us, and it was their dedication to us and our music is wonderful. It's
Phenomenal.
wonderful.
Right.
Yeah, so grateful for the friends and family we have and that we've also made through the music community out here. It's been great.
That's super. Well, lay another tune on us.
All right. Let's play. So this song we wrote when we released our demo because we needed one more track, and the song is called "Tell Me."
Okay. And this is another original.
Yes,
Yes,
all
it
of our
is.
songs are originals.
Okay.
Tell me what's holding you back. see you cry. And tell me what is holding you back. Go and tell me who's taking your hand. And tell me when you said goodbye, did they see you cry? And I'm sorry, it was never enough. And I'm sorry for holding on when it got tough. I'm sorry, I know it was never enough. So tell me, are you happy with no one left to trust?
Woo!
Oh, I gotta add, Al Weissman in a nutshell, and that was Reckless Endangerment doing their song "Tell Me." You guys have been together for what, 4 years now?
Something like that.
Almost.
Yeah, almost
it's
4
about
years.
4 years now.
How old are you? now?
I'm 22.
I just turned 22.
22?
Yeah.
I don't know
Okay.
about you.
So, like, what inspired this song? You guys have been together for 4 years. Obviously, you didn't have an incident like this in the last 4 years.
Actually, quite a few times. This song I wrote, I was on a trip with, I coached the Round Lake High School's color guard and winter guard, and I was on a trip with my team.
Cool.
And we were staying in a hotel overnight because we were in the finals, and I was in
You
the
coach the color guard?
I coached the color guard at Round Lake High School. I'm the assistant coach.
Wow, that's really nice. That's getting to be a big thing, the color guard business.
Yeah, we've got 24 members on our team now, and we have a varsity and a junior varsity team in the winter.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you get to travel around the country.
Well, around the Midwest right now until we
Okay.
become a WGI team, and then we have the option to, if we
That
become
is so
WGI.
cool. You know, that I think it's wonderful when high school kids, which is what you're coaching,
Mhm.
have the opportunity to see a little bit more of the world than the little town in which they grew up.
Yeah, and
It's
these-
really, it's so healthy. It's so expansive for them. And
It really is, and my team, the team of girls and guys, because there are guys on the team as well that I have, are some of the most dedicated kids I've ever worked with. It's so great to watch them grow every day. It's so fulfilling to work with them.
cool. Very
Yeah.
cool.
But this song, Tell Me, was about, I wrote it on this trip, and I was sitting in the bed, and I was just staring at the wall, and I was thinking about a friend of mine that, for one reason or another, decided to walk out of my life and out of everyone we had been mutually friends with lives.
Okay.
And I was sitting there thinking about how awkward it is because we were actually sharing a room at this hotel because she was also helping out with the team, and how awkward it is that we could sit in the same room together and not say a word to each other even though we had been friends, best friends, for 5 years prior.
Okay.
And so the song's kind of about that tension of, you know, you care about this person because you've known them for so long, but at the end of the day, you can't anymore because they've chosen not to be in your life. And that can translate to many areas: friendship, relationships, family even, having that kind of tension of, I want to reach out, but I don't know how to. And that's kind of what this song was about. It was about that moment, and it started as a poem that I wrote. And Eli brought me some wonderful swung guitar parts, and he turned it into a song.
Nice.
So this song is called Orion.
Orion. Is it O-R-Y?
Orion, like the constellation. Thousand dark nights with stars for the cross. I always find the same pattern that dust. 3 shining stars straight in a row, just like the years that I've moved so
Well, if members of our listening audience were interested in retaining your services, are you available for that purpose?
We are.
I mean, like for such things as a laundrette grand opening, or a barn raising, a hospital death watch, a circumcision, or getting out of jail party.
Yeah, pretty much.
Anything?
That sounds like a complete list right there.
Have you been approached for any of those types of things?
Unfortunately not. We're still waiting on the calls.
We've had people that have actually been approached for some of these kinds.
Wow. I don't even.
Going into jail parties, you know. Oh.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there was that one time.
That one time. So how would they get a hold of you if they were interested in retaining your services?
Most of our contact goes through Facebook, our Facebook page, facebook.com/Reckless Endangerment Music.
RECKLESSENDANGERMENTMUSIC.
Yes.
Okay.
Or you can contact us at that same thing, Reckless Endangerment Music, at gmail.com. If you'd like to book us, we're contactable through both of those places. Yeah. Oh, and the single is on YouTube as well. Lord Lensing Goodbye is the first song we played today. That is also on a YouTube video that you can watch and read along with the lyrics that I made.
Or even sing along.
I have to take another look at YouTube because I looked at YouTube. I was going to put up an ad for the show today with your music on it, but I couldn't really find a current tune.
Lord Lensing Goodbyes, there's a lyric video for
Okay.
that I created when we released the song.
Yep.
The single. So that's how we released the single.
Okay. I'll check it out again.
Yep, and everything else is available for download. Message us on Facebook. Come say hi to us.
All right. Anything else that you think that we should mention that we haven't discussed yet?
No, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
So
thank
make
you.
sure you're watching us and keep up with us.
Thank you so very much for coming to In a Nutshell today. We do appreciate it. The music was great. Really, really cool.
Thank you for having us.
And you guys are fun to talk to. My pleasure, really.
We love being here.
Good. And we love your music, and we're hoping that people will love it and download it and buy it and all that.
People do love it, Al.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you very, very
Thank
much.
you so much.
At this time, I have two ladies in the broadcast booth who have some kind of a dispute raging between them. So I would like each of you to please say who you are, and so that basically you can plead your case on the air.
My name is Jasmine, and I am married to the owner of the Quickie Mart in Springfield.
Okay, and ma'am?
Well,
I know who you are.
I think you know who I am, Alan.
Yes, Marge Simpson. Okay. Who wants to start talking about the incident that occurred at the Quickie Mart last week that led to Marge being banned from entry to the store for life?
I think I can tell you the story. Well, I was watching the store when this woman...
That's Marge you're pointing to.
Yes, she came into the store last Friday, and she filled her cart full of Pringles chips.
And that's a problem? I thought you were there to sell stuff.
Really? Is that a crime, Alan? My homie wanted me to pick up the last containers of the pecan pie Pringles.
I love those pecan pie Pringles.
He absolutely loves them, too. Now, is that such a crime? March, yes, it is. I told you that my sick grandmother wanted one little container of pecan pie Pringles, but you would not let me take even one. I reached into your cart and grabbed one, and Marge shoved me, knocking me down to the floor. Well, actually...
excuse my laughter. I'm not laughing at this, ladies.
Well, actually, Alan, she shoved me first while trying to grab what was in my cart. I merely put my arm up to prevent her from taking the canister, and then she fell. And then, do you know what she actually did? She called the police on me. They arrested me. I now have a mugshot.
So they arrested you and took you to jail? And did it take as long for Homer to bail you out as it did for you to retrieve him from the Humane Society a few months ago?
Well, actually, no. He was there within 48 hours to retrieve me. My poor homie was sick as a dog. He showed up in his underwear. It was a nightmare.
Was he wearing the yellow underwear? Just kidding. What was it like being in the clink, Marge?
Well, there was this big woman named Bubba. And it was very traumatizing. I can't go into details. I think she gave me a cold, though.
Oh, my goodness. Well, that sounds like a pretty unfortunate incident. But, Marge, I understand you have something for Jasmine with you today.
Yes, Alan. Even though she was very rude, I bought her a can of pecan pie Pringles today to give to her grandmother.
Well, that was very nice of you. And I hope this puts the matter to rest.
Well, thank you, Marge. I guess I will see you at the Quickie Mart then.
Well, good. And she lifted the ban. Okay, very good. Very, very good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And thank you, Marge.
Thank you, Alan.
Okay.
In a nutshell.